I got a package. Haha. It reminds me of my family. Oh, that is pure shimmer in there. Oh boy. Oh no. Look, friends. Oh my god. Is the Kaweco. Hey friends, it's Bailey from the Fountain Pen Station. I hope everybody is doing well wherever you are. Welcome or welcome back. I had not planned to film another video today. However, I got a package. Haha. You know, I have not ordered stationery in quite a while, so I've been pumped about this. So I wanted to share my excitement with you. And so this box comes from Colt pens. I'll make sure that's right. Hold on. Yeah, Colt pens. And it got here pretty quick. Colt pens always sends these little popcorn things, packaging. So I'm gonna reach in here. I think I'm gonna mute the crinkles. I'm not going to show my packaging slip, but they included a cute little clip, and I think they do this with all their orders. I don't know what I did in my last one though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep, okay. That's all that is. Oh my gosh, friends, I'm so excited. Alright, we'll start with the ink first. Some of these inks I've tried and I just wanted a full bottle of. I'm gonna keep muting the packaging. Sorry, friends. So here's my inks. The first one is Diamine Lavender. I thought I had this. Excuse me for a second. But I only have Majestic Purple, and is it Lilac? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't have Lavender. And then I had a sample of Diamine Pride, and I've really enjoyed using it, so I bought a bottle. And then I have Pannonia. This is the Chestnut Brown. I will not try to read that. They do have pronunciations on their website, but I am deaf and hard of hearing, so I couldn't hear it. But if somebody wants to sound it out and write it, like how it sounded out, I would love to know. So there's that one. Put the box to the side, and I think we'll have time to swatch these before my kids get home, so I'll see how much I can get through. And then Sparkling Shadows Shimmertastic. Whoa, check that out. That's cool. And then Aventa. Is it Annabelle? Annabelle? I'm gonna have to redo my nails now. They're all chipped. It's burnt sugar, but I can't tell. Annibal. Annabelle. Annabelle. And then I'm really excited to try this one, Wearing Wool, The Death of Ivan Ilyich. I have been very sparingly on buying inks because of the price. So when I ordered a pen, which I will show off in a second, I couldn't just get the pen, right? Right, friends? So I treated myself to some ink. So I'm excited. I have not bought a big ink order in quite a while. So what do you guys think? I'll swatch those in a second. But the main thing I got, let me mute the packaging. Is the Kaweco. And I thought the packaging would be a little bit nicer, but that's okay. We don't judge. Let me get it out of the packaging. Come on. So this is the Kaweco Lunar Shadow Green, dark green. Oops, upside down. Ooh, it's so pretty. I'm trying to see if I have a green pen near me. I don't. I just have my Jinhao and like a lime green. I'd be curious if you've gotten this and you have the Olivine AL. I'd be curious if you put it side by side. I wish I could do that, but I don't own that pen. So I cannot do that for you, friends. So here's the Olivine, or the, sorry friends. Here is the Lunar Sport in the dark green. I think it's called Shadow Dark Green. And I saw some people online who were just went with the light green. And after seeing people show it on their videos, I'm very glad I didn't get the light green because it looks very much like the iridescent pearl, but lighter. Like a little bit creamier. So I got the medium nib. And honestly, I wish I would have gotten like the double broad, because I've been wanting a double broad again. I only have one double broad Kaweco. It's nice. I'll do a writing sample. Alright friends, let me pause for a second. Okay, so I just grabbed some Inspired Watermelon Blue. Carefully dip. Oh no. Alright, well it's okay, I'll have to clean this anyway. Just wanted to make sure my dogs are not. Now, let me know, friends. Is it? I wish they did. Actually, hold on. Pause, friends. Let's look at the slip. Okay, friends. It's called the Kaweco. That is smooth. Wow, that's actually one of my smoother Kawecos out of the box. Lunar Sport. And then Shadow. Oh, okay. So it's just called Shadow Green. So what's the? Isn't it dark green? I think it's supposed to be the darker green. And a medium nib. That is nice, friends. Side stroke's a little scratchy, but I don't write from the side. I always write at an angle. Yeah, I really like that. Friends, let me know. Did you get this? What were your thoughts? Were you happy with it? Did you get the light one? Were you happy with the light one? I'm really excited about this, guys. I'm also equally excited, if not a little bit more excited, for the glow in the dark. Hopefully my heater is not too annoying in the background. So anyway, I'm more excited for the glow in the dark DIY. I think I have a pen mule. That's when you have somebody who can get it for you and then mail it to you or ship it to you. And then you pay for the cost of that. But I think I found one to get me a DIY Kaweco Green Sport. I'm really happy. I posted an Instagram. Maybe I'll post it on the community page, my family of Kawecos. Now I have another one. And I don't feel like I need to get the light one. I already have the iridescent pearl, so I don't feel like I need to add that to my family of Kawecos. I do want the bright pink one that was released. I didn't realize how bright it was until somebody had showed it side by side from the blush. So that one I will try to get. Alright friends, enough of that. Let's swatch some inks. And I might have already swatched some of these, so I apologize. Let's do the ones I know I've already done, because, well, I've already done them. So Colt pens, Pride, and I really need to update my Wearing Goal ink swatch cards. Yes, I'm using the Kakamori, friends. I'm not a fan of it, but I've been told to keep going and give it a try. This is what I'm gonna do. Diamine, Colt pens. This one is a fantastic shimmer. That's pretty. See, I like my handwriting better with the dip nib. Okay, so the next one, let's do lavender. I know I said I was going to do the ones I already have, but I want to do purple and purple. And I like how Diamine fills their ink bottles so full. Not when you have to fill it, of course, but friends, I just syringe fill. I syringe fill my pens, so I don't have to worry about that too much. That's a really, really bright purple. I'd be curious to see how it dries, to see if it dries any differently. I'll do my water cup. I'm gonna move my water cup because I feel like I'm gonna spill it. And it's got some shading. I don't know if you guys can see that when it's wet. Let me zoom you in a little bit, friends. I'm sorry. See if I turn my light on, if that will help. Not really. I have a little ring light and it's not super helpful. And it's getting later in the afternoon, so my light's not the best. Alright, friends, hopefully you can see that. So that's Diamine Lavender. And then let's do Sparkling Shadows from Diamine. It's got a shimmer, so I'm going to have to shake it a little bit just to get it distributed. I'm worried that this Wearing Goal ink is going to be really hard to open, so I'm going to do that last. I think I've said it before in other videos, but I don't have very good dexterity. So we'll see if I can open it or not, or if I have to wait for my son to come home and help me. Alright, let's see. Diamine. Yeah, I'm just not sure I like how sloppy my handwriting looks with the dip pen, or with this Kakamori, I mean, sorry. Alright, so that's Diamine Sparkling Shadows. I kind of want to compare that at some point to my Wearing Goal I Am Cat. Do a side-by-side comparison. Alright, I'll do Petunia Chestnut Brown next. Friends, have you tried Petunia ink? Do you know about Petunia ink? Do you like Petunia ink? If you have not tried it, I highly recommend Petunia ink. They have some really cool shading inks and they perform really well. At some point I will do a video of my Petunia inks together because I really like them and I want other people to enjoy them as well. Alright, so let's do this before I spill it because I tend to do that. especially these bottles. I thought this was darker than it showed. Maybe it dries darker. And friends, if you search chestnut brown, you will find it, but I'm also going to try to write the Turkish spelling here. Guess. Okay. Such a pretty ink. I'm not really digging browns right now, so we'll see if it gets inked up anytime soon. I have mud all over my yard, friends. Oh gosh. I have 2 dogs, and I have a rescue dog. His name is Rico. I'll put a picture of him in here. And I have a little Shih Tzu Bichon Frise that they love to dig, especially Rico. We got him when he was 5 years old. And not to go on a sad sap animal story, but it'll explain why he does this. So we got him, a little story time. So we got him when he was 5, and he was a rescue dog who had been locked up in a cage for all of his life and just on patio. So he is now 6.5. We've had him for about a year, and he's about 6.5. And he absolutely loves digging. I hate mud. I hate it. But I absolutely love seeing him just play. He loves it so much. It's almost like he's never seen it before, and he just loves it. And every time it doesn't. I haven't seen it leave the joy. I have not seen the joy leave from his face. He has the cutest smile. So it kind of makes up for. Kind of makes up for his messiness. All right, this next one, friends, is Vinta Burnt Sugar, or Annibal. Anibal, in case you can't see that. And it shimmers, so make sure you shake it. It's from the Hello Rain collection. So when we're talking about collecting, I do want to collect all the Hello Rain collection. Okay, let's get that back in focus. Come on, stay. And the reason for that is my husband is a big meteorology weather nerd. Sorry, I gotta talk into the microphone because my other microphone died. He's really big into meteorology, and my oldest son, he's a teenager and wants to be a meteorologist when he goes to school. So I want to collect all the Hello Rain series just because it's just special to me. It reminds me of my family. Oh, that is pure shimmer in there. Oh boy. Oh no. Look, friends. Oh my god. I think that's all I grabbed. Alright, well, you know what? Time for some Shimmer Fest. Wowza. Friends, can you see that in real time or no? If not, I will give you a close-up view when it dries. Wow. They say burnt sugar. That's pretty accurate. Oh, shimmer. I'm gonna have to clean that really good. That's pretty. I really hope that performs well in a pen. I'm anybody else like this, but I'm a matchy match kind of person. I like to match my pen with my ink. Friends, I don't have a good brown pen. So I think when I go to the pen show, that is going to be my top priority, is finding a brown broad nib. Because I love inks like this color that are this brown shimmery. And I don't have very many pens that can handle it, and they aren't this color. I know, I need to get over it. I know that. Okay. Give me a second while I try to open up this bottle. Be right back. Okay, that wasn't too bad actually. So I'm going to shake it. There's shimmer, right? Oh, well, there it is. Alright, give me a second to shake. Try not to shake it so much like I did the Vinta. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, not like the Vinta. It's not too bad. You can still see the shimmer though. I don't know if it's coming up in the camera. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So this is The Death of Ivan Ilyich. Has anybody read this book by Leo Tolstoy? I know a lot of my friends in Discord have. Oh, I can barely make that fit, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So this ink is supposed to have quite a bit of shading, so we'll see if it comes out or not. Oh, I don't know if I can write that small. Frame check. Yep, okay. Ivan Ilyich, right? Yep. Okay, friends, this is what they look like when they're wet. Zoom me out just a tish. Okay, we're gonna let these dry, and then we'll come look at them when they're dried and all the properties are out. Be right back. Okay, friends, we're back. I think these are mostly dry. So, let's see, we got the Diamine and Colt pens, Pride. And then we have Diamine Sparkling Shadows, Pannonia Chestnut Brown, and there's no shimmer, that's just shading. And then we have Vinta Hello Rain Burnt Sugar Annabelle. I think I got mostly shimmer in that. It probably wouldn't be that shimmery as long as you don't shake the bottle so much. Then we have Diamine Lavender. That's really pretty. That's a very bright purple. My eyesight is horrible, guys. And then down below we have Waringal, The Death of Ivan Ilyich. There is a shimmer, so anywhere you see like that red, that's a shimmer. Can't tell, I think it might be rose gold shimmer. So the base is like this really dusky blue, like a gray blue, and then they added shimmer. So it's nice. I like it. I probably could have added shimmer to a gray I have, to be honest, but it's okay. So I wanted to compare Waringal I Am Cat to Sparkling Shadows. Take a drink of my coffee. So here they are. If you have one, you probably don't need the other. Look at that. I think Sparkling Shadows a little darker. Otherwise, they're almost the same. And then, just because I wanted to, I took Diamine Violet and put it next to the lavender. Friends, am I blind? I think the lavender in writing is lighter. Like, this looks darker than this, but these almost look identical. Okay, friends, what do you think? Which one's your favorite if you have one? I think mine is probably gonna be the Vinta Hello Rain. That's really pretty. Now, will it clog my pen? Probably, but we shall see. Okay, and then before we go, friends, move this out of the way. I wanted to show you my wearing goal system. So I have these 3D printed boxes that I made, and then I need to go back and laminate the cards, but I'll have those with the tab on them. And then I just categorize them mostly by brand. There's some that I only have like one or two of, like Endless Pen, for instance. I have a couple brands in there. And then Ferris Wheel Press, Grand Font, Faber-Castell, Fanny Tan. And then some of these that just have their own. They have enough in there, they have their own. All the Birmingham. It's ridiculous. Diamine's the biggest that I have, followed by probably Birmingham. So I looked through here, and I do need to swatch. Okay, sorry. I do need to swatch the Ivan Ilyich, the burnt sugar, and lavender. So we'll do that real quick, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I think I'm pretty behind on my cataloging. I used to just swatch ink and then do it as I swatched it, but I haven't done that. And so now I fear there's probably a lot of samples I have not cataloged. So that will be a whole nother project for another day. Or as I like to say, that is a tomorrow problem, not a today problem. Alright, let some of that shimmer settle. Don't like a ton of shimmer on my sample, or on my card. I like to use the wearing go cards because they're not as coated, like they're not as textured. I have sensory processing. And I don't like a lot of textures, including the textured coloring or the cardstock or the I forget what it's called, friend, sorry. But you are free to use whatever you like and are used to. Everybody can have their own system. Okay, and then what I like to do is I like to do a strip up here. You don't have to do this, this is just what I like to do. I think Lisa over at Olive Octopus does something similar. And I kind of like that because sometimes when I'm flipping through my index here, I can just look for the strip of color versus trying to find the name. And then I just do a little water splash on the bottom with the ink to get a nice color of what it would look like if you're using it for watercolor, for an example. This is not a waterproof test. This is just showing what it would look like if you were to use it for watercolor, which I like to do. So put that off to the side. Let's do Annabelle. I'm not going to shake it as much. I don't want all that shimmer at the top. Like coated. Look at that. Crazy. If you're using Vinta ink, they are known to evaporate. They created these bottles with the lid to try to solve that. I have ordered some bottles that don't have this, and I have noticed evaporation. So there's still a lot of shimmer in there. Holy. Oh my god. That reminds me of KWZ's Jurassic Treasure. It's like it's a green version of this. And wow, it's basically just shimmer. Oh, I mean, it's pretty though. I'll give it that. And I like to categorize the Vinta inks by the name that they've given it. So Annabelle, and then I'll do like burnt sugar at the bottom. so much cat hair. My cats are just crazy lately. Oh wow, that is pretty. When I rinsed it, it was basically just shimmer that came off. Wow. I probably say wow a lot, but seriously, you guys, okay, I know my water cup is disgusting, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Just so much shimmer in there. Okay. Put that off to the side. Cap that so I don't spill it, because I tend to do that. Then we'll do our last one. And then I think I will let everybody go. Remember to like the video, comment, share if you feel like it, thumbs up. It really helps grow my channel. I am already at 100 subscribers and I cherish every single one of you. It means the world to me. I've been going through a lot and this community has been just amazing and has helped me through a lot lately. So I appreciate every single one of you, near and far, wherever. Oh no, nope, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing that. Oh, wherever you are, I appreciate you, and I hope that you know that you matter. Oh no, I didn't get myself through. And just know that if today's hard, does not mean that tomorrow's going to be hard. And it's okay to give yourself grace and rest. Okay, that's really pretty when it's got water, when it interacts with water. Alright, we cap that. Okay, friends, let me move this down. Still a little wet, but you get the picture. Nope, not that one. And that. Okay. I'm always curious how it compares to the Tomo River paper. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. I would hope the Wearingle ink would show well on the Wearingle card, but it does. Alright, that's pretty accurate. Alright, friends. Of these inks, see if I can get you in frame here. Which one is your favorite? Least favorite? Which one evokes a feeling in you? I'd be curious. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for joining me on my Colt pens haul. I'm really excited for this pen. Now, friends, should I ink it up? Or should I wait? Should I wait till April? Or should I just... let me know. Should I ink this up down? Let me know down in the comments. Should I ink this up or not? Alright, friends. Till next time. Have a great day. Day or night, wherever you are. Bye.